Today I linked with this nigga I met a few weeks ago out with my friends. This nigga been texting me for weeks talking to himself. Why I didn't block him? Bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on. It's so good. Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie, no, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. They was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good. It was just so good. Like I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the fuck this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck? I'm like, hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little one fucking drink. Yeah, bitch, I'm so glad bitch keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, bitch, you running out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking about, bitch?
Let's talk about the Oyster Girl. So there's a story going around TikTok and everywhere else where a girl went on a drinks date with a guy and ordered 48 oysters, so 4 plates of oysters, and then crab cakes, 3 lemon drops, potatoes, some other things. And then she ordered another plate of food and the guy dipped out and then says, oh, I'm only paying for the drinks because, I only agreed to a drinks date. And people are roasting this girl, calling her everything but a child of God. Let's get into it. So to the guy who's involved, sir, if you're broke, just say that. And I'm not even talking about what she ordered or what she didn't order. I'm talking about drinks. People think of drinks as more acceptable than coffee because alcohol is so expensive. To me, a drinks date is so much worse than a coffee date. What the man is trying to do is buy the ability to lower your inhibitions. He would have had no problem buying her 4 lemon drops, 10 lemon drops, because he thinks at the end of it, he's going to get sex. And there are a lot of guys saying, what's wrong with that? Well, let me tell you, even if he spent New York, LA, Miami money for cocktails, so each one of those drinks could have been anywhere from 22 to 30 bucks. Baby, if you spend 30 a drink and she has 3, that's $90. That's still a bargain compared to an S worker. You're basically trying to get cheap sex. Let's not lie about it. Because if she turned it and said, well, I'm not a drinks girl, I don't drink, let's go to brunch, let's go to lunch, let's whatever, he would have had a problem. You don't mind spending money if you think it's going to get you what you want. I notice guys will go out with their friends and they will drop so much money. If it's not even his boy's birthday, if it's his boy's Thursday, this guy will go out and pop bottles and spend money. Oh, the next round's on me. Make sure you get my friend here another drink. Oh, top shelf. No, don't bring him that well stuff. Bring him that Hennessy. Bring him that name brand. And they have no problem trying to show off for their friends. Or just trying to treat their friends well, as they should. I treat my girls well. When we go out and I'm treating, I tell my friends, order anything. And I'm saddened to see how many women are, so used to putting themselves as less. A friend of mine came into my town the other day. I hadn't seen her in so long. And she's like, man, let's just hang, come to my hotel, and we'll just do everything, my treat. And she's so sweet. I got like a little in-city vacay. So I said, well, please let me take you out to lunch. And we went out to one of her favorite places. And she was like, oh, can I? I was like, ma'am, get whatever you want. I'm not hurting for anything. But even if I was, I invited you out. It's not your job to worry about my budget. I asked you where you wanted to go. I offered to pay. Please do whatever you want to do. Men are not going to be shy when it comes to asking you for your body, because after that man bought her half a lemon drop, he was still expecting her to drop it like it was hot. He got an attitude in this scenario because he knew he wasn't going to get what he wanted, which was her body, for cheap. So please do not think you have to lower your expectations or treat yourself as less than you deserve because there's a man in the picture. I mean, a guy who has a problem with what he considers a high dinner tab, what's he going to be treating you like during the relationship? If he's dating on a budget, it's because he's trying to rotate a bunch of women and get free and easy access to vagina. And all the women who I saw saying, oh my God, I would never do that. It's okay for us to go on a walk. I just go for coffee. I just go for ice cream. I'll take a nap date, a shower date. The ancestors are ashamed, okay? They are looking down at you with tremendous disapproval, and now you're probably going to have bed bugs. Learn your lesson. How a man approaches you, how he treats that first date is how he sees you. If his dream girl had ordered all of the oysters and lobsters to boot, he wouldn't have said jack. He would have gotten the money however he needed to get it, and he would have paid the tab with a big old smile on his face. He's treating you like this because he sees you as disposable. He only wants to use you short term, and he doesn't want to pay too much to do it. Do not fall for this. You deserve so much more.
Hello, 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 people. So this is this is a fun one. I actually have a similar story that I've spoken about loosely a couple times before, but I'll go into it here just to share my story, and I also share some of my thoughts as a bit of a rebuttal to the second chick I clipped up at the beginning here. Um, so this happened probably like not 2 or 3 years ago, probably about 3 years ago. It was like 2020. It's before before COVID. um, had this girl, I met her on Tinder, and she was about 3, 4 years younger than me. Was talking about getting her had her associates, had a child, and was talking about getting her life back together and achieving her dreams. And seemed like some things that kind of went left, but they were on track with getting everything back on track in life. So I was like, okay, cool. Pictures didn't look crazy. She, seemed like a regular lady. So I'm like, cool. I'd like to talk to her. We matched, and show up. We get to the restaurant, and it was one of those ones where it was like, I don't think I'm gonna go well. Contrary to what a lot of women may think, we know as soon as we meet y'all how y'all feel about us. So I didn't know what it was. I was just like, yep, I guess we just don't vibe. But you know, I'm gonna be respectful, finish out the date, and we probably not gonna talk much again. That's what I'm thinking. So she begins to ask me some questions, like ask me my job, ask me my salary, ask me if I lived in a house, ask me the car I'm driving, and gave me the most sour, like, you know, vinegar and warhead type look on her face to all my answers. And I'm like, at this point in time, I'm making like high 60s, low 70s back at ADP. I'm an account manager. Um, I was renting, but I was able to save up a good bit. I'm like, yo, I'm not a homeowner yet, but getting there, making progress towards it. These types of things, and it was just like disgust on her face. So I'm thinking, all right, well, tell me about you. Like, where do you work? She worked the night shift at Popeyes. You talking about my money, but you part time working the night shift at Popeyes. She said she lived with her parents, and when I asked what her parents do, uh, she said like one of them was like a court clerk, and the other one worked at like the water treatment plant. So not professions that you would associate with opulent wealth. And I'm just like, all right, well, just stomach this one and finish it out. And for context too. So the waiter comes, and this is when everything really goes left for me. So I order something. I normally just get like a burger or something, Um, we're at Cheddar's. Cheddar's is a nice fast casual restaurant. I would say it's probably like a slight step up from like an Applebee's chili type of place. Somewhere you can get good food, good drinks. It's pretty quiet in there normally, so you can actually have a good conversation as well. So back then, when I was first meeting people, a lot of times, if they were talking about like a dinner date, um, Cheddar's is kind of like a go-to because like you can have a good conversation and get to know someone pretty well. And during right after I order, she begins to order, and when I tell you, like in my head, everything is going up. It was crazy. She ordered like steak. She ordered lobster and shrimp. She ordered something else. She ordered like three entrees, three of the most expensive entrees at that. She ordered extra sides, and she ordered two bottles of wine, and then she ordered like a cocktail as well. And I just remember because I still have my menu in the hand, and I'm looking, and most of the stuff she's ordering, like I can see on the page of the menu. I'm on, and I'm just like, I know this heifer didn't just order like $100 worth of. She's trying to order food for her whole family. So I'm just like, you know what? I can't. At this point, I'm just kind of mortified because I'm like, yo, I can't believe you disrespected me like this. Like, I don't believe no one person about to eat a steak, lobster, shrimp, all this other stuff that she ordered as well. Like it was like chicken and all. It's like, I don't. Your stomach go be bubbling later. Like, nah. So about a minute or two, she said something like, "Yeah, that's not gonna break you now, is it?" And she says it all flippantly. I was like, "No." She's like, "Okay, because I don't know if you got it, because it don't sound like you make much." And I was like, the one jab I got in on her, I was like, "Well, I don't work the night shift at Popeye, so I can afford a couple things." And she just happened to look up at me, and one of my coworkers saw me, and this was around the time that my first book was published. So they asked me about my book and everything, and it was really close to the time it released. It was either like a week or two before, or had just came out like a week or two prior. So they asked me about it. She is author, and when I tell you like the boom goes off, it was like the floor got wet. I don't know who spilled drinks to this day and how it got under our table, but the floor was just absolutely soaking. I have no idea what happened there. But complete attitude change. And she even wanted to, she came over, she's like, yo, let me sit on your side. And when I tell you, like, was all into me at this point, you didn't tell me you were author. Let me see, what's this book and where is it so? Oh, like, I could tell you were so intelligent. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this fakeness is appalling to me. So I go into the bathroom. I look in the mirror and I say, Self. Self said, don't you fucking talk to me. I said, damn. I said, what do you really want to do right now? It's like at this point, it is abundantly clear. You could take her home and you could do whatever. And I was like, I don't even want to. I really do not even want to. I said, what do you want to do? It's a Saturday night. I said, you know what? I'd rather be at home playing Street Fighter 5. Let's go play Street Fighter. So I leave out the restroom, and the station where the waiters lock in the orders and everything is nearby. So actually see the waiter right as I'm coming out, and I flag him down, and I'm like, hey, can I go ahead and just pay for my meal? We're gonna go Dutch, and he laughs. He's like, yeah, I understand, brother. He was like, you want your food to go or something? I was like, nah. I was like, matter of fact, bro, if you want the plate, you can have it. Or if if they haven't started making it, let them know, like, they don't have to make it, whatnot. It's cool. But I'm gonna pay for mine and I'm gonna slide out. So tip brother double. So he got a nice tip off of it. And then I go home. I live like 5 minutes from the restaurant. I go home and I get on Street Fighter. And she starts texting me. She was like, "Hey, like just checking on you. You've been gone for a while." So I was like, "What do I do?" I started to be like, "Yeah, I left." And then I was like, "Nah, let me be petty." So I texted back, pretending I'm still in the bathroom having stomach cramps. I do this for about a good 30 to 45 minutes. I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead, babe." Nah. "Hey, the food just came out. I don't, I don't think they got yours though, but I can't tell. The table's full. I'll take care of it when I get out. It's no worries. Go ahead and enjoy yourself, baby. I'm hurting, but I'll be out in a second." "Okay, can't wait till you get back." "Yeah, like, are you okay? Like, you need somebody to check on you?" "I'll be okay. I'm coming out in a little bit. I'll be out in a second." "Okay, can't wait." Last text. "You motherfucker, you. They say ain't nobody in the bathroom." Yeah, I went home. Yeah, I went home. Oh. Worst date of my lifetime. But got a good story out of it. And to kind of address the young lady who made the follow-up video. I clipped it down just a little bit because it was about twice as long. Like she was talking about how she treats her friends, how she treats her family, and how she doesn't, worry about the spending and whatnot. And the fact of the matter is, it's a couple things at play here. For one, you're trying to accuse this guy of being broke. Do you know his financial situation? No, I don't either. Um, but I will say this: if he was, so what? If they agreed to drinks, so what? It is not unreasonable to think that somebody might want some food. It would be one thing if the girl was just like, "Hey, let me get some French fries," and motherfucker, dude just flips out like, nah, he didn't. She ordered $200 worth of food. $200 worth of food for one. So the whole clip, you're talking about a man isn't entitled to a woman's body, which I agree with. No woman should feel entitled to put out for a guy just because he took her out. And the same thing, like you're not entitled to that guy's wallet. You're not entitled to anyone's finances and resources. And whenever somebody does something like that and they start stunting, I yeah, get yourself something to eat. Get yourself a nice meal. Do I believe somebody is gonna order all of that food? Nah, I don't. The fact of the matter is, even from how the first girl talked that actually made the TikTok, it sounds like she saw that guy as a meal ticket for that day, and he put a boundary in place by respecting himself and saying, "You know what, I'm not going to be taken advantage of." Because if he had stuck around, if he had paid for that tab, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have called him. Or it might have been a little bit of infrequent contact until, well, you know what? I'm gonna go to Papados this time or Ruth's Chris or wherever, you know. And let's just be real. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it a buck here. We all have a particular budget when we engage in certain things. That's not to say that we don't have it, but we budget certain things because it's realistic, it's reasonable, and it's suspect. There's a stat that like most Americans are living check to check, and I think it's like 60% of them can't afford a $500 emergency without taking out a loan or credit. So if the majority of people are living like that, and somebody does have some type of limitation on their finances, and we agree to a particular type of date, I see nothing wrong with going on that particular date. I I'm sick and fucking tired of people trying to shame people for honestly what they agreed to. If we go on a coffee date to Starbucks and you somehow rack up $100, yes, that is fucking normal. Let's call a thing a thing. That is abnormal. That is not within reasonable bounds of expectation. Like, we go out on a coffee date. Here's the thing. Most guys don't mind spending money on the woman that they care about. But when I don't know you, no. That is fucking stupid. It is stupid, okay? For anyone to think that it should be the norm for guys to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a first fucking date. If you got it like that and you want to spend money like that, cool, fine, more power to you. But most people don't. And before somebody tries to, oh, well, you just another dusty in the comments replying back. I understand this. She made a comment about men and spending frivolously on other men. I'm gonna tell you that I don't know that. The times when I or my friends have done so has been one or two occasions: a birthday, or so there's a reason to celebrate, like a significant career achievement or significant life milestone. It's not like, oh, every Thursday we down at the bar like, yo, give me that bottle of hit. Nah, we aren't. It don't even take that much for us, honestly. And I make great money. My One of my best friends, my frat, he makes better money. And it's one of those things where, like, even this past weekend, I celebrated my birthday with him. He came through. He came through with a bottle, and we literally just sat there reminiscing and shooting the shit, making cocktails, mixing up drinks for like 7 hours. How much did he spend? Maybe like $20, maybe like 20, $30, whatever. However much the bottle costs, basically. You know, he brought me some gin. Gin is my favorite drink, my favorite spirit. So you know what I mean. Like, it's one of those things. Like, let's be real here. If we flip the tables, and you know, let's say a guy shows up for a date, and woman's not quite ready. She lets the guy in to wait, and he comes in her room and starts to fill up on her body. She would feel some type of way, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. So yeah, when somebody tries to game a man for something that's unreasonable, yeah, I don't, yeah, that's not this guy being predatory. That's not this guy being out for just one sex. That's not anything. This guy was legitimately interested in her. Did he want to have sex with her? Let's be honest. Probably. At the end of the day, most men want to get to know women, to form a relationship with them, and sex is a part of that. Let's be honest. Let's be real. We fucking adults here. Like, I'm not. Some people are looking for just legitimate friends. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are looking for meaningful connections and relationships when they're dating. And part of that is physical intimacy. And there's nothing wrong with that. So stop the fucking cap. Peace. I'm out on this one.